everybody, Simulationforthenation here. Welcome back along to Atlan Park, and today we're going to be reviewing really some fantastic news for Farming Simulator 22 when it comes to you console players out there. Now, the world of consoles and the world of multiplayer on consoles is something I've been diving into a lot more of late, and in FS19 it's certainly not without its limitations. I think we're all very much aware of the being bound by the number of slots available depending upon whichever map you're playing and the mods that you have downloaded there. Limited number of bales that are available to be produced as well because of this very reason. I've gone the wrong way. So it was with a great sense of excitement that yesterday Giants released a new statement around slot counts for FS22, and the fact that that is very much going to be expanding. And that means a lot of things. And there's also been a lot of great information of late as well in reference to crossplay. And also just what the future holds for multiplayer on FS22. So with that being said, we're going to have a bit of a dig into it. Now, we are currently on Atlan Park here. We're harvesting our winter oilseed rape. Combine is going there, and it looks like... Oh, we'll just creep into here. We got Krabby and we got Ghoul on the go at the moment. So James is up in the tractor trailer there. He's cracking along. And then somewhere over there is Ghoul in the combine. So we're just going to wait here for now. And we're going to wait to see those guys come back there. Now, with FS22, we know that crossplay is going to be a feature. What is fantastic about that is that it really gives you the opportunity to have both PC and console users on the same platform together. You can now have dedicated servers for console players as well. If they're hosted by a PC, you can have up to 16 different players on there on the dedicated server, including console players, which I think is fantastic. It really does open out a whole load of new opportunities for console players, particularly. But with the slot counts, this came out yesterday with slot counts there, and it's really quite interesting because it shows the work that they've gone into optimization. It shows the work and the effort the Giants have put into extending the features and the availability to console players and removing those limitations. And it really shows what the power of the next gen is going to unleash for Farming Simulator. And I'll go into that a bit more now. So in FS19 for PS4 and Xbox One, there were 1,299 slots available. Now, what is a slot? Let's start with that, really. I guess that's probably fair. Any tool, any vehicle, or any bale, for example, there requires a set amount of space within the game engine. And that requirement of space, each one of those small pieces is called a slot there, and there are 1,299 of them. Not necessarily a thing on PC, because quite frankly, your PCs are configurable. You can have more RAM on your PC, you can have more storage space and more processing power there, whereas you're very set with a finite amount of space on a Xbox or on a PlayStation. So you have these set number of slots, and as I mentioned, in Farming Simulator 19 there were 1,299, which seems like a lot, but then a standard map, a mod map in particular, can hold up to anywhere between 700 and 1,000, give or take. So that's a lot, or even I think challenging value is about 1,100. So doesn't leave you with much space after that to download new mods or to add anything in there, so you really are quite limited. Now, compare that with Farming Simulator 22 for the same PS4 and Xbox One. It's at 2,749, so 2,749 slots. So it's over doubled, which is fantastic there. So, and that's on the older generation consoles. If you're on a next gen console like a PS5 or Xbox Series S or X, you're looking at 5,155. Which is huge. It's massive. And it just means that anything that you were looking to do and you were bound by limitations in game have now been removed. You can now add in anything that you want to. You can now add in much more machinery, larger farms, they even have just more bales, and you're still going to be fine there, which is really, really great to see. And here comes Mr. Ghoul. So that's fantastic there. And what that means is that you can get a little bit more in depth. Now combine this with the fact that console players, multiplayer series, can now have a dedicated server, which will be hosted by a PC. So in my case here on my channel, I will be having a crossplay dedicated server go for my it will be for my channel members there. It will be something that we bring in. There'll be a different structure to that, and we'll figure that one out once we have everything available to us. But we'll have a hosted dedicated server where anyone and everyone can get involved, and they can run the server 24/7. We'll have dedicated farm managers, so they're able to keep the server in good order, and we'll be able to really have people who really want to spend time and invest time in this and really make a difference on the server. For example, The current Daddy server I have going for my channel members on Shellington Valley, there's just a little over 2,200 hours, and that kind of level of investment doesn't come by just part-time players. That's people who really want to get involved there and play and put a lot of time and effort in there. And that's what I want for you console players as well. We will have it as a crossover there as well, so PC players can get involved there. We can run it on both platforms. But what that means is that for the first time in Farming Simulator's history, that now we can have console players playing with PC in tandem on the 24/7 live server. Currently, right now, you see here we're playing on a MP session on Xbox. If I save and exit this, then Sparky6663309, as he is known in game, loses his connection, as does Krabby as well. So the game's gone. Whereas on the Daddy server, once it's all set up and working, I can just quit and leave, and we're all good. And that's what I really want to bring in. I can't wait to see that. So really, we're looking at 300% increase there, which is huge, astronomical. But that's not it. Giants have also looked into what's currently existing in-game and how they can develop that. How can they can optimize the equipment that they have in-game already. So yes, it might require, it might use some slots up, but it's not going to use as many slots. And so you may be thinking, Sim, what on earth do you mean? Well, reading further into the publication of the latest blog from Giants yesterday, the slot usage is up to 70% more efficient. So what they've been able to do is, you can see by the example I put into here, they've reduced it by 70%, so you can see how many slots it did take up versus how many slots is now requiring there. And the difference is quite impressive, actually. So not only if you're on next gen, will you be looking at over 5,000 slots, the machines that you're using are also going to be using up fewer slots as well, which is just really impressive to see. So it's really enhancing the optimization for consoles from both sides of the divide there, really. Oh, we'll get across a bit more there, Sim. Oh, turns out this was harder to do, talking and looking backwards. Who knew? Let's do a bit of that. Must be pretty much good to go there. Oh, right, he is. Cool. Oh, we're nearly halfway full there. So we're, I think, where is Mr. Krabby? He's taking us down to British Grain, way down in the bottom corner there. So that's what we'll be taking the rest of this to when we're ready. So that's what we can really see to have an improvement, and that's going to work on several folds once again. You're going to see that you have a large number of slots, but the machines that you want to use are taking up a lot less space. So you can have, again, a larger farm there, more equipment, more animals, more bales in there, and you just will not see an impact, which is going to be very, very fantastic. Now, that is going to be something that varies, and of course, as you get mods into the equation as well, mods do change that a little bit because some of them may not be as well optimized as some of the in-game machines. However, we don't know what the requirements for making mods is going to look like yet for FS22, so that might be something we have to consider there too. But ultimately, this is huge, huge news. And I can't wait to see what this looks like. I'm really looking forward to bringing my dedicated servers across to console as well there. Let me know down below in the chat if you will be interested in joining in from a console perspective on a Daddy server. Just before recording this, we had a great little session where we started the last harvest here on Attenham Farm. And yeah, we're cracking along, making some good old progress there, which is always fun to see. There are 2 Sparkies though, so that's a bit weird. I'm not sure why that's happened, but that's quite an often occurrence really on servers, I do think, but that's all good. But yeah, I can't wait to see it. We're now only 13 days away from learning more and more about FS22 as we actually get our hands on it, and I can't wait to see that. I really, really can't. It's going to be brilliant. So I just want to share this great news there, share what it means to you guys on console there. I think it's going to be really brilliant. Let me know what your favorite feature is that you're looking forward to see on console. Let me know how you're gonna play that and how you're gonna implement that into your servers as well. And we will see you down the line at FS22 on Crossplay servers. Can't wait. Hope to see you there. Thank you very much. This was just a very brief little video from myself explaining what that's gonna look like. I've been Simulationforthenation. If you haven't done so already, do hit that like button, subscribe, and all of their other good stuff. You can also check out all the links down below if you want to keep up to date with when servers are going to be going live there, what that's going to look like as well. Do just join any of the social media links down below. Until next time though, I hope you have enjoyed. We'll catch you all in FS22. Until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you later.